Hey guys, Grüße aus Deutschland, greetings from Germany. I cannot believe that it's been possibly over 2 weeks since I last posted here. What is going on? Time flies when you're busy because I surely ain't having fun. And so, what you could, like the headline of the last few weeks for me have been Der Mensch denkt, Gott lenkt. And that is a German saying that, of course, rhymes, but if you want to translate it into English, it's something along the lines of the human thinks, but God leads. And so I've been trying to do things, initiate things, and it seems like there are hurdles. I don't want to say barriers to where I can't continue going, or walls that I run into, but there surely are hurdles. And I'm gonna get into it right here, even though I said to my closest friends and family that I wouldn't. But what I've been trying to do since December is ease my way out the door at my employers, because, and I owe it to you guys. Like for those of you that have been listening to this for years now, in 2018 is when I started working for that company. It all started with the team leader, then it went on with four more superiors, four different superiors after that. Since the pandemic, it it's just crazy, and I love office work, and I love being a receptionist and helping people out. That you, let's say, when you're a lawyer, you have clients or possible clients coming to you, and you talk to them, and then you might have like a relationship with them, like a business connection for months, sometimes even years. And I like the reception part where, people come like handymen come, they fix stuff, they leave, so I just grant them access to the building and I register them and all of that. But that company, I just can't anymore. And so I decided, instead of continuing to think about what I could be doing to get out of there, I'm just gonna jump into the cold water and do it. And so in December, I turned in my letter of resignation. And I didn't want to leave them hanging because I knew they were not prepared. They're not even prepared with two receptionists there. When one of them is missing, it's already chaos. And they didn't do anything, and I've been telling them for years they need another receptionist, they need somebody else that is trained in that position so that they could fill in, but they didn't listen. And so I actually got to the point at the end of November. I talked to the head of the work council, and I said, for how much longer is this going to continue? People going to get fired, and then others get hired just because you can hire them cheaper. And she said, throughout the entire year of 2024. And I said, you guys told us that it's only quarter four of 2023, and then it's over, and then things are gonna start moving in the right direction. And she just shook her head. And that was me thinking, yeah, I'm done. I think I'm finally done. And I've really been patient. I mean, you guys have been patient with me, bitching and moaning about this job, and I've been patient with that job, with the superiors and the managers and everything. And so the last thing that happened was that the CEO was waiting to be picked up by the shuttle to take him to the airport, and the CEO of this global company, right? So he was pacing in front of me, like a few feet away, looking out the panorama window and waiting for a shuttle. And I said, "Can I ask you a question? Do you have a moment?" And he goes, "Sure, shoot." And I said, "How do you still sleep at night?" And because his sole purpose of coming back to the German location again was to tell people more people are going to have to be let go and stuff like that. And I had already heard it before he even left the building. And so I asked him that. And he said, well, the numbers prove us right. And that was it for me. And so I believe it was the next day when I turned in my letter of resignation. Everybody was shocked. This is what's been going on at work. Everybody is shocked. the general director of the company, the German location, said, "You can't leave. You're part of the inventory here." And I said, "I've been warning you guys. I'm not the kind of person that just bitches and moans about stuff. Either I get things done or I get out of there. And I told you guys that's what I would do, so this is what I'm doing. Because nothing changed, everything just got worse. And I've worked for too many companies in my life where I thought things are going to get better, and they never did. And when there was no indication that they would get better, I got out of there. And the same with relationships. Certain things start happening or are being said, or a certain tone is being used. And I'm like, okay, is this like the new normal? Because if it is, uh, I have alternatives. And if there's any way to change back to the way it was before, then let's do that. And so if that doesn't happen, I'm out of there. So I'm the same way with relationships or work contract. And so I did give up on that company finally, and I did turn in my letter of resignation. Only I'm too kind, even when it comes to walking out that door. German law would have, or my work contract would have bound me to 3 more months. I have to give 3 months notice because I've been with the company for, 5.5 years. And so they could have held me there until the end of March. But the team leader said, "You really want to go, don't you?" And I said, "Yeah, I've had it. I've seen so many people walk out that door crying that had been investing decades of their lives, decades to this company, and they're just having money thrown at them and are being complimented out the door. I mean, I can't." And they're crying because it's an emotional thing. And so she said, "Okay, so what do you want to do? You want to have your last day be the end of December?" I said, "No. I still got to prepare everything, the SOPs. I want to type them up, and so let's do the end of January." And so that's what we did. And this is where the part comes in. Der Mensch denkt, Gott lenkt. The human thinks, but God leads. God is in charge. And so the other receptionist slipped on ice. I was off that day, thankfully, because it was bad. The roads were so icy. There were accidents all over the place, and so the other receptionist worked. And on her way into the building in the morning, she fell, landed on her knee, and she's larger than I am. Landed on her knee, hurt her back, and went straight to the doctor or to the emergency room. I don't know. And so she's been sick since then. That's been 2 weeks now. And so she wouldn't have even been there if my last day had been yesterday. And so the day before yesterday, the team leader came. She said, "Can you tell me how to sort the mail and things of this sort?" And she has a doctor title, and so she figured with logical thinking and her intelligence, she can get it done. But it's not like that. It's different in every company. And so she started with logical thinking, and I said, "Well, we have to open." The mail, even if it says, let's say, Michael Jackson on it, because Michael Jackson might have ordered something for the company, and this is the invoice, and so we have to open it because, especially since the pandemic has started, a lot of people are working in home office, and so we had to change policy or procedures around a little bit in order to make sure that, for example, bills are still being paid, even though a lot of people don't show up at the location on the premises for months on end, and so stuff like that. And so the first few things that she could not deal with logical thinking, she was like, "Oh my gosh, this is more complicated than I thought it would be." And I said, "Wait until we get to the access passes." The access badges, how they're being printed out, and there are different categories for that, and the interaction with IT, which we only have two guys from IT left, and one is an apprentice for the entire location where there are hundreds of people. And so she said, "Yeah, I think we're screwed." And I said, "This is what I've been telling you since November 2022. We need somebody trained on at this position." And she said, "Well, now it's too late." And I said, "Yeah, the other one is sick, so." And then it looked like she was gonna start crying, and I'm a sucker for that shit. I should have learned through the last 5 decades, but I didn't. And so I said, look, go back to HR, talk to them, ask them if they can do some kind of temporary contract where I still help you guys out without being here every single day. We're gonna figure something out. Just don't worry. And I'm gonna keep typing the SOPs until the last minute, and then I leave. So she went back to HR, came back a few minutes later, and said, "Well, there are no really, temporary contracts that they could use for this position, but we could extend your last day to let's say the end of February. Would that be something you're interested in?" And guess what yours truly said? Yeah, so I'm there. For those of you that were already looking forward to me being able to invest all of my energy and all of my time into other things, it's not going to happen until the end of February. But there's an end in sight. That's the good news. And so I got the plan B is already, I'm preparing, that while I'm still working for that company. And so yeah, I've been working every day, and I'm not gonna have any days off until I don't even know when. But I'm in contact with the other receptionist, and as soon as she knows when she feels well enough to come back to the office, she's gonna let me know. And so yeah, that's what's been going on with me. And a lot of people here in Germany have, colds, flu, everything, especially at work. And downtown, everybody's coughing and sneezing. I'm all right, strangely enough, except for my voice. But I probably have a good immune system because I am a receptionist and I travel 2 hours every day on public transportation. And so that might be helping with the immune system. But yeah, this is basically what's been going on with me. Me trying to find my way out the door, and I could have said no when she said, we could push your last day to 4 weeks later. I could have said no. I take full responsibility for that, and I'm burnt out. I'm just burnt out. Like anybody that walks up to the counter, I'm like, and how can I help you? I sound cray cray, and it's time to get out of there and focus my energy and my time on things that I have a passion for. That's going to be a different feeling after almost 6 years of not being able to do that. And so, yeah. All right, guys, this is the update. I'm going to make this short because it's after work. I'm frozen. It's cold out there. Even though we're not below freezing, but it's strange. It's because it's more humid today. It's been raining a lot, and so it feels colder. And so I'm gonna warm up here and make myself some tea and relax and do the countdown. And I promise myself I'm not gonna extend or I'm not gonna postpone my last day one more time. I even talked to one of the ladies that I work with, not at the reception, but that are on my team, and they said they appreciate that I protected them and the other receptionists by pushing my last day. But oops, but if they were me, they wouldn't do it again because our team leader needs to learn how to take responsibility for the people that she's actually responsible for and that she's getting paid the big bucks for. And so I'm not gonna do this again. This is a one-time thing. And then I'm finally gonna be able to do all the things that I've been writing down for years and putting in a folder. You guys remember my YouTube folder, and then I have folders for other things that I would like to accomplish, and so I can finally get started on that because this job has been wearing my ass out for years, and I came on here just to complain about it, and always like wait for something to happen, something to improve. Like because people said things are going to get better and they never did. So if nobody had ever said things are going to get better, if they had been as honest like the head of the work council was back in December, and she said, no, this is going to continue for the entire year of 2024. And I said, yeah, I'm out. I'm out. And so that's what I'm gonna do, and I feel a lot better already because I'm not pushing myself or disrespecting myself anymore. I'm actually doing what I said I would do, so I'm being true to my own word, and that feels good. And so, yeah, I'm gonna go. All right. Thank you for listening to this. Um, look forward to what's coming because I have so much energy went into this job, and when I can use it for what I'm passionate for, it generates more passion, and I'm so much looking forward to that. And it was always the best times of my life when I followed my passion. And so, all right, I'm gonna go. Thank you for listening to this. Let me know how you guys are, how you've been doing. With some of you, I say this at the end of almost every video. I am in touch with, and so um, I will talk to you soon. And maybe if I can keep it on my freaking live stream, maybe I should put it in my calendar as soon as I'm done talking here. I'm gonna make sure that I won't let 2 weeks pass by anymore until I post again. But things have been so crazy busy, and I'm still typing the SOPs, and I'm not even halfway done. And so yeah, okay, I'm gonna go. I love you guys, miss you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Tschüssi.